Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Gooch, and I'm here with Ziggy. And welcome back to the Shitty Podcast. It is an October Fright Fest themed video. So obviously today we are going to be talking about something horror related, since it is October Fright Fest and it's close to Halloween. All that fun stuff. So today on the Shitty Podcast, we are going to be talking about horror movies, how they've evolved over the years, you know, like which ones are our favorites, what makes a good horror movie, and so on. So, Ziggy, what's your favorite horror movie?
I would have to say
It? Which one, 2017?
Yeah, the remake.
Yeah, it's a really good movie. By the way, we're going to be making a review of that here soon, so keep your eyes out for that. I'll probably make it for next week's episode. Maybe. Anywho, I'm going to have to agree with Ziggy on this one, because it is absolutely amazing. It's my favorite horror movie. It's a lot of people's favorite horror movie. Some people don't find it all that scary, and I don't really blame them, but it's a really good movie. There's no denying that. But over the past 30 years, there's been a combination of good horror movies and bad horror movies. And a lot of bad horror movies just kind of, you know, live off of the old-fashioned tropes of, like, you know, dumb teenagers in the woods, or dumb teenagers in a freaky mansion. And it's stuff like that that kind of brings the worst of a horror movie out. Like Friday the 13th, it started off pretty good. It was a brand new concept, just a bunch of teenagers running around a swamp or a old camp, and then they were killed. A Nightmare on Elm Street was a fresh and original idea back then too. It was a weird, creepy ass dude just traveling around in people's nightmares and killing them. Child's Play wasn't the first doll movie to come out at that time, but it was definitely the freakiest, and was definitely something that was more popular than Dolly Dearest or anything like that. And of course, Halloween, where Michael Myers was the main bad guy, and they were always running around, you know, like killing babysitters. He was known as the Boogeyman, and he was rebooted by Rob Zombie and made it into a very, very gruesome flick.
Very successful.
I know. Who knew that just a fucking bunch of gory scenes and a bunch of sex scenes would get a guy so fucking high up there? And yeah, I mean, what do you think makes a good horror movie? Gore? See it? I think it's suspense. Suspense is when the horror movie is most freakiest. It's not like the guy chasing after the girl or the guy chasing after whoever. It's the suspense, like, oh, he's behind this door, but you're walking down the hallway and like he's walking in the background, walking right past the hallway where you're at. I think that brings out the best of a horror movie. For the next question, Ziggy, what would you do if you were in charge of making a horror movie?
Make it as gory as I can.
Alright.
Sorry, I like my gore.
I know you do. It adds character to a movie, but, like, you know, you also have to think about background, you know, character development, that kind of thing, kind of build up the characters. You know, like animes always build that same ridiculous character that has a traumatic past, but it's developing his character so that you at least know where he comes from, you know? And in a horror movie, it's basically the same, like how Bill in the 2017 It lost his brother, and he went on a giant search to go find his brother because, you know, he's lost without his brother, man. It's little stuff like that, character development.
He didn't go looking for his brother. His brother died. He just
I know.
couldn't accept it.
But remember how he went looking for him in the sewers? I know that he was already dead. It's just like, you know, he was trying to find him because he believed that he was still alive. And then at the end, he found out, you know, the hardest way, and he finally let go. But still, it's stuff like that, kind of, you know, adding character to the characters and making it to where it's, you know, a brand new concept. I'm going to turn off my fan. But, you know, like, I think that's what really brings a horror movie together, is just, you know, the characters, the suspense, the gore, putting all that together, the action, the suspense, the character, the drama, kind of build it up, mash it all together, and then all of a sudden you have yourself a horror movie. And then, I don't know, where else should we go with this? And, yeah. So, there's also another question. There's, what horror movies are you going to be watching on Halloween?
None, because I'll be too busy trick-or-treating.
Yeah. It's always good to bring out the classics, you know, like The Exorcism or The Exorcist.
You right.
That movie's fucking weird. I mean, it's not really all that scary, but it's just weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
Yeah. Fucking chick turns her head around, like, fucking goes backwards and then comes back to the front, and then she spits out freaking green goo. And then you have to watch Scary Movie 2 just to see that beginning part.
Which part?
The one at the very beginning of the movie where they're making fun of the Exorcist.
Oh, yeah.
Walks into the room, sees the chick go, "Ah," you know, do that whole head flipping thing, and he's like, fuck this. I also want to note that that guy, like, took a shit in the bathroom and made it seem like he was doing a blessing on the house. And
Right.
he was actually just, help me, Lord, past this demon. Followed by Chase's fart. That was funny. It really
Wait, you
was.
saw the video?
Yeah, remember you showed it to me.
Oh, that's right.
You're like doing that weird leg thing, and all of a sudden you just like pop down towards your ass, and you just blow one right into the fucking camera.
I just ripped it.
Oh man, that was hilarious.
There he is.
Oh, but of all the upcoming horror movies, which one are you most excited for?
I don't know, to be honest.
Because there's a brand new Flatliners coming out. There's I think they're making. Well, the new It movie is going to be coming out in 2019 for the second part, for Chapter 2. And then, fuck, dude. Then there was also a couple that came out recently, actually. There was Happy Death Day.
I saw that.
You did? How was it?
Yes. Fucking fantastic.
Oh, yeah? I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. Yeah, Caitlin and I went to go see it, and we thought it was gonna be shit. Like, why did we just pay $30 actually, because we pre-ordered our tickets. But we're like, why the fuck did we pay all this money? And then, you know, ends up being a great ass fucking movie.
Damn. See, I wanted to see it, but I couldn't, man. There was so much shit going on this past weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then there was also this one called Mother, which is a really fucked up movie. Cause like my mom went to go see it, and it was fucking weird. Apparently, it was like terrible ass movie. Apparently, like at some point during the movie, a bunch of people eat a baby. Like not even this fucking not even cutting out. Like they were actually like a giant group of people. It kind of looked like zombies eating like, you know, one person. How they all kind of bunched together. It was like this giant group of people circling up around this baby and eating it. It's fucking weird.
I gotta figure out how to turn off this damn siren.
Dude, yeah, you really do. Some people just need to find the siren. Oh man, but it's gonna be a great year for horror movies. They need to come out with more like Christmas related horror movies. I think that would be pretty interesting. No, I mean like straight up like Krampus. Krampus was a good movie. It was just very, very like it wasn't delivered well. And I stand by that statement because it was not delivered well. It was a good movie. It's just that nobody thought that it was gonna be all that good because of like commercials and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It just made it look fucking ridiculous. And then you step in the movie theater and you watch it and it's like, oh, this is a pretty decent movie. Anyways, guys, I think we're gonna leave it off here. Next shitty podcast episode we're going to be doing is when we review Stephen King's It 2017. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, a comment down below, and subscribe for more content. Press that bell button for notifications on when we do videos. As Ziggy says, join the notification squad. And pay attention. We'll keep an eye out for our next October Fright Fest video. This will go down as one of the October Fright Fest videos, but it is a shitty podcast episode. Anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. Peace.